Hi everyone. If you can all hear me, please let me know. I think there is a chat box in the corner, or if your microphones are on, just let me know that you can hear me. We'll get started in a couple minutes because it seems like people are still joining, but I just want to clarify that all of you can see the screen as well as can hear me. Hello everyone. Can I just confirm that everyone can hear me as well as see the screen?
Hi Abby, I can see you and I can hear you.
Perfect, awesome. Very cool, great. Okay, well, we will get started then. Hi everyone, just to introduce myself first, my name is Abby Blackwell. I'm the University Relations Manager at ScanSource. Kind of what I do, to jump in a little bit background about me. I oversee all of the college recruiting at ScanSource, so you can see me at career fairs, talking to classes, and really doing that onboarding for college students. So anything from recruiting for internship opportunities or recruiting for those full-time hires right after graduation. So again, like I stated, I'm here to talk about ScanSource. So we're going to kind of walk through this really quickly. This PowerPoint shouldn't take too long, only about 15 minutes, just to give you guys the opportunity to ask any questions that you may have at the end. But if you have any questions during the actual PowerPoint, please feel free to unmute yourself and stop me. But like I said, I will have time at the end for you to ask any questions. So today we're going to go over a couple things. So we're going to start with who is ScanSource. I'm kind of walking through what we do, how we got to where we are today, and then ultimately how you can join us and be with us as well. So in short, ScanSource is a global provider of technology solutions and services. I know that statement's pretty vague and doesn't give a lot about who we are, but we're going to go a little bit more into what exactly ScanSource does. So when I explain what ScanSource is and where our products end up, we like to look at a Starbucks. So if you look in Starbucks, you may see a barista checking out a customer with a barcode scanner. You may look at the back of the store and see Wi-Fi being broadcast to the patrons of the store, or even look at the ceiling and see a dome-shaped camera filming the patrons of the store. So those are just a couple of the technology products that we sell and kind of where they end up. But we're going to kind of walk through that as well, because we don't sell directly to Starbucks. We're actually a middleman in the process, which we'll walk through. But like I stated, ScanSource, we sell point of sale and barcode. We sell networking and security devices, as well as communication type devices. So looking at our distribution chain, we are a two-tier technology distributor. So what that means is we are not making any technology products. I think that's a lot of the confusion that comes with a lot of candidates that apply for us, is they think that we are making technology products, and we're not doing that by any means. We're actually purchasing directly from manufacturers like Sony, Cisco, Honeywell, Panasonic, Toshiba, you name it. And it's really cool because a lot of our employees are able to work one-on-one with these distributors. So instead of them working only for Sony, it's almost like they're working for Sony and Cisco and Honeywell. So they're getting a lot of different networking opportunities to be able to fully understand those different businesses. So we're purchasing, like I said, technology products directly from them. And then Starbucks is at the end of this distribution chain, which we'll kind of touch on in a second. But then there's this middle piece of the distribution chain, like I mentioned. So ScanSource is at the beginning, well, not the beginning, but second to the beginning. And like I said, we're purchasing those technology products, and ScanSource is then turning around and selling those technology products to a reseller. And the reseller is actually the one selling to Starbucks. So like I stated, we're a middleman in the process. We're not selling directly to that end user. And a lot of times we get the question, well, why is ScanSource there if there's already a reseller in the process? And that's really because the resellers that we are targeting are much smaller than a big reseller. So when I say that, I mean these resellers do not have the time or the money to be able to go to a huge manufacturer, to multiple huge manufacturers, and have the time to still turn around and sell these products. So ScanSource, we're a little bit bigger, so we're able to have those people who are dedicated to each different manufacturer. So it's a team talking to Sony, or a team talking to Toshiba, or a team talking to Zebra. So we're able to network with them and get those discounted products. So again, since we're bigger and we're purchasing a lot of different equipment because we're servicing a lot of different resellers, we're also able to get those products at a discounted price, which then makes it where our reseller gets them at a cheaper price than they would if they had gone to the manufacturer directly. Another reason ScanSource has value in this whole distribution chain is because our reseller, like I stated before, they're small. They're not able to provide a lot of solutions for themselves outside of selling the technology. So they don't have the time or the money to be able to provide marketing, customer service, finance, or IT for themselves. And that's where ScanSource comes into play. So again, since we're bigger, we're able to offer all of these services for them. So we do have a marketing department, we have IT, we have, our finance departments. And we're able to not only offer our reseller the technology, but also these services as well. So we always like to say, although we are a technology provider, we also like to offer an overall solution for our customers, which again is how ScanSource jumps into this whole process. Going on a little bit further into kind of more the fun side of ScanSource outside of just the distribution process. So we have been rated the best place to work in South Carolina for 5 years in a row. We're hoping for 6. We're very looking forward to that 6th opportunity to be able to show South Carolina that we are one of the best places to work. And the best places to work is voted on by our employees. So I think that just speaks to the company culture that people really do love where they work. And then going on, looking at some of the things that we do. So if you've seen these pictures, have a ball. We are a work hard, play hard type of environment. We're all about getting work done, but ultimately, we have friendships within the company. We have great opportunities for you to engage with other people around you, and we're really big on that company culture of keeping that up. The next part kind of flows into the same thing, making friends. So this picture in the middle is actually from our summer luncheon that we have. So we have a summer luncheon every single year. This past year, it was held at the Greenville Drive Stadium, and it was able where employees could go out on the field and participate in games. The batting cage was open to all employees. We also brought in a small local band to perform, as well as catered some really good food, if I do say. And then the last point is promote wellness. So at ScanSource, we actually do have 2 on-site campus gyms. They're a little bit different. So one of the gyms is full of equipment such as treadmills, weights, ellipticals, you name it, it's in there. The other gym is a boot camp gym. So it's completely open, and it's where our personal trainers, we have 2 Prisma Help personal trainers who work in the boot camp area, and they lead Zumba, yoga, and boot camp classes during lunch hour as well as after work. And it's a really cool opportunity for this because a lot of times you'll be working out and then the VP of sales may be right beside you working out as well. So again, those networking opportunities to be able to meet a lot of really cool people and keep up with your wellness. Another point with our wellness is that we do have an on-site wellness clinic. So we have 3 to 5 nurse practitioners from Prisma Health who work in this clinic. It is on-site and it basically is structured like a minute clinic. So it's free for all employees as well as employee spouses. So if you're running a fever, think you have the flu, or worried about anything like that, you can call the line with your work number or send an email about scheduling an appointment. And they're really good about getting you in that day or next day to figure out what's happening. And again, that's completely free. It saves you a lot of money instead of having to go to a minute clinic. And that is on-site and easy to reach. And then looking again into celebrating one another. So this is one of the coolest things that I think we have. So if you see the big picture on the screen, this is our President's Club. So what President's Club is It is a opportunity for our sales team. So at the end of the fiscal year, the top salesmen and saleswomen are announced within the company, and all of those men and women are taken on an all expenses paid private island trip to whatever private island they choose that year. It's my dream to go on this one day, because although it is really for sales, they do always pick a president's pick. So it's one person within the company who's really stood out that year. And like I said, they go and do amazing things. They swim with dolphins, they go on boat cruises. So it's a great way, again, to reach those sales goals, and again, get to know our CEO, because our CEO goes on that trip every year, so you get to know him a little bit better. And then kind of looking at this picture again. So when ScanSource first started, we were not like this at all. It was not, you know, an all expenses paid private island trip every single year. And we definitely did not start with this many people working at the company. So how did So the first is starting with a great leader. So like I stated, our CEO is really amazing. He was actually one of the first 6 employees to be with ScanSource, and he has been our CEO for the past 18 years. And Mike Bauer, when I say that he's amazing, he really is amazing. So a lot of times within a corporate environment, you may not see the CEO or ever come into contact with them. And that is not the way with Mike. He's always walking throughout the halls when he doesn't have meetings, trying to talk to people. I was actually an intern with ScanSource this past summer, and all of the interns were sitting at a table outside. He came up and sat and had lunch with us just to talk to us. And if he meets you, he will remember you, which is another really awesome thing. So having a great leader has definitely set us apart. The next is to grow, grow, grow. So with this, we are constantly always on the lookout for acquisition opportunities. So within the past couple of years, we acquired POS Portal as well as Intelisys. So always growing ourselves so that we can offer, again, the best solutions for our customers, not just staying stagnant and only offering one thing. We really are growing with the industry, and we have people constantly researching different opportunities for us. We also became publicly traded in 1994, and we are ranked number 653 on the Fortune 1000 list. And then going big, so ScanSource, you know, when we first started, we weren't just aiming for small technology brands. I know they went gung-ho, guns a-blazing, trying to get the best well-known products so that our buyers would trust us and want to come to us. So people that we have in our product line include Panasonic, Honeywell, Cisco, Panasonic, Sony, Microsoft, and Square. So if those don't speak for themselves, I don't know what does. And like I stated, we actually purchase from 400 different manufacturers as well. So this just scratches the surface of the type of people that we work with. And then the last is stemming from our core values. So how we got to where we are. When the company first started, they had a set of core values that they decided they were going to follow. And they have been very consistent in upkeeping those core values and not deviating from them. And when I say we're not deviating from them, it means we are not, we are always thinking about our core values in every decision that we make. So as a company, if they're wanting to change something, we go through our core values and make sure that it's aligning with those core values. And that consistency has really helped us be able to make a strong foundation to be able to continue further on as we keep building as a company. And kind of walking through those core values. So the first is having honesty and integrity in all that you do. The next is meeting customers' needs quickly and fairly. Third is that each employee's opinion matters. This one is encouragement of creativity and understanding acceptable mistakes. This is one of my favorite ones because when first starting at ScanSource, they said, you know, any mistake that arises from a positive mindset or wanting to do well for the company is not going to be punished. So if you're making a mistake and you made that decision with, you know, a full understanding of thinking that it was the best thing for the company and being honest and true in that mistake, you're not going to be penalized for that. The next is respecting diversity of employees. We also protect our company resources, and we are helping our communities. Helping our communities is another really great one that I think ScanSource offers. So we actually have a charitable foundation at ScanSource So throughout the year, we're donating, we're out in the community, we're helping with Meals on Wheels, helping with our police stations, helping with our schools. You'll constantly see opportunities that arise for you to go read books to children in schools, help clean up the streets. So we really do care about our communities, and we donate a lot of money each year to helping different organizations within our communities. And then the final part is, how do you get here? So we do have opportunities for you. So we do have full-time opportunities as well as internship opportunities. And I'm just going to walk through first full-time, and then we'll touch on the internship. So right now, full-time opportunities, we are looking to hire May 2020 graduates. I know 3 entry-level positions that are open as of right now that you're all free to apply for. Are the sales associate role. They work on the data entry piece, so they're working in SAP, making sure that invoices are correct, making sure that all the technology is in the warehouse and it's going to get shipped correctly. The other role is an account manager role, so they're also on our sales team, but they work more on the relationship building side. So they're the ones really taking the calls from customers and helping find their needs and the best solutions for them. And then the last is an account analyst. So that is a finance role. And they're working in underwriting and working hands-on with, again, building relationships with customers, as well as working on that financial piece. That doesn't mean that those are the only opportunities that will be available for May 2020 grads. Those are just the ones that are really posted right now. We do hire on an as-needed basis. So what you see on the job board today could look completely different than what's on the job board a week from now. So we don't post, a sales opportunity 6 months out from when it actually is needed. We want those people today. But right now, with those May 2020 grads and the virus kind of putting a strain on recruiting, it aligns you guys perfectly for any of the opportunities that are on the website. Other opportunities that we do have when they become available, we have, again, opportunities in sales. We also have marketing roles. I believe that a marketing entry-level role is actually supposed to be opening in the next couple of days. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but you can definitely be on the lookout for that on our job board. The other one is supply chain. We have a supply chain purchasing specialist role that typically comes available every other week, and that is an entry-level role that if you're in supply chain, you'd want to look into. We have vendor business management, finance, accounting, and IT. And now kind of looking on the internship side of things. So unfortunately for this summer, our internship program is already filled. However, we've already started recruiting for our next summer internship. You're eligible to apply for our internship as long as you're a rising senior. So I believe that had you graduating in May of 2022 or December of 2022. And what our internship program looks like, it's a 10-week immersive experience during the summer. You can be in any of the departments that we have at ScanSource. It's a lot of hands-on work. You're not just running, and getting coffee or making copies on the printer. That's not what we want to do. We want to give you hands-on work in a field that you're interested in. And I can attest for that. I was an intern last summer and they threw me in right away. So they are putting you to work. But kind of what that looks like is outside of just the hands-on experience, you're also working on HR building workshops. So that could be anything from resume building to mock interviewing, to personality assessments, to how to brand yourself better on LinkedIn. So we do have a lot of opportunities for professional growth along with that actual experience in your department. And then at the end of the summer, you, along with a couple other interns, will have the opportunity to present to the CEO, as well as other executives, managers, and vice presidents of the company. So all in all, that presentation hosts about 150 people from ScanSource all over the country that are really influential in making those hiring decisions. And our CEO is very invested during that luncheon. He takes pictures of every slide of every intern because he does really want to remember you and remember all the knowledge that you were able to bring to the internship program. And so now I'll kind of open the floor up to questions. I'll stop my screen share, but if you have any questions about any of the slides, I can definitely bring those back up. But does anyone have any questions? And I'll unmute you all as well. I think I unmuted you all. Does anyone have any questions?
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Do you hire international student?
So unfortunately, we do not hire international students just because we're not able to do sponsorships. So that is something, we're still trying to look into changing, but as of right now, we do not, unfortunately.
Abby, this is Ellen Pate from the Career Services Office. Thank you so much. That was a great presentation. Just in follow-up to Joseph's question, even for the internships, would that be something that F1 students could apply to?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's same for the internships. Again, that's something we've definitely looked into changing, but there hasn't been a change yet with that. So,
okay, thank you.
No problem. Does anyone else have any questions?
Do you have advice for seniors that may be looking to apply? I know you said that they could go ahead and probably start applying now, but as far as like the application process, are there any tips that you could give?
Yeah, what I encourage students to do, definitely, again, look at the job board, find what interests you. Stephanie, you can send them all my email so that they can have that information. So if you have any questions about any of the roles or if you'd be qualified for any of the roles. But as for when you apply, the people that I see that stand out the most once you apply are the ones who are networking with those managers. So once you find a role, you can even email me and ask me what manager is hiring for that role. Connect with them on LinkedIn, because right now the issue that we're having is we had an open house scheduled that would have been today, so I would have been doing that right now. But it gave students the opportunity to talk to those managers one-on-one, to be able to put a face with the resume. So since we don't have the opportunity, I've really encouraged students to connect with them on LinkedIn. And send them a message. Don't just connect, but explain who you are, how you know about ScanSource, and why you're interested. Because again, that sets you apart. And a lot of times, if I miss a resume or an applicant in the candidate pool that I'm looking at, if you connect with those hiring managers, they may even email me and say, hey, I want to see this candidate. So again, it puts in that reaffirming motion to get you into the process of getting hired.
That's great advice. Thanks.
No problem. Does anyone else have any questions? No worries, no worries. Well, like I said, Stephanie has my email. So if you need my email, and you can write it down, it's easy. It's abby.blackwell@scansource.com. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you may have and send your resume to any of the hiring managers. So thank you guys so much for letting me speak today. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you, Abby. And would you mind sending me the PowerPoint so that I can?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I will send the PowerPoint. Perfect.
Thank you so much for your time, Abby. I really appreciate learning more about ScanSource.
No problem. I appreciate you letting me speak today. So thank you. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I do have this presentation recorded. So if you have any questions and need to go back and watch anything over again, I'll also be sending that over as well. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Thank you, Abby.
No problem.